Good evening, good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing great and you all are fine and healthy. It's truly an honor and a privilege for BYACA, Bangladesh Youth Association for Cancer Awareness, to host its first International Cancer Summit. I, Shreya Bishash, an executive of BYACA, welcome you all. BYACA started its journey roughly 11 months ago with a view to working for the community of cancer patients and with the aim to raising cancer awareness. From then, with the guidance of our core team as well as with the active participation of our executives and the volunteers, BYC is leaving no stone unturned to achieve its goal. And now, by hosting its first International Cancer Summit, BYC is setting another milestone in their journey. Now, I'd like to ask the founder and president of BYC to say some words about our organization.
Am I audible?
Yes, Arpon, you are.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Shreya Bishash. Uh, I would like to encourage her, obviously, because this is the first live she is doing as a host, and we all must encourage her for her courage
Thank you.
and encourage her throughout the live today. Secondly, I would like to thank all the honorable guests who have joined us today in this live session. Their time is valuable and precious to us. So, first of all, I would like to thank the guests from Egypt, Pakistan, Nepal, UK, and India who are joining us in this live today. BYACA, a name that can be heard when it comes to cancer awareness in Bangladesh. BYACA, Bangladesh Youth Association for Cancer Awareness, is the biggest youth organization working against cancer in Bangladesh at the moment. In the past 1 year, we have done something that is unimaginable to many. We have connected the youths in a network to create cancer awareness and portray that cancer can be really, really harsh for the people. What we are actually, we are a team of more than 100 active youths who are working for cancer awareness. We also raise funds and donate for the treatment of cancer patients. We are trying our level best to engage the youth in the betterment of the society and remove the stigma attached to cancer. What have we achieved in this 1 year? We have completed two major field events and done almost three online webinars in which we invited guests from different national and international platforms to help us in this mission of ours. We are working to make Bangladesh a cancer-free nation. We are working in the last 1 year. We have achieved a lot, and we want to work for in the future too. I would like to thank everyone who are watching the live at the moment. Please stay with us till the end of the session and support us in this mission of ours. Thank you, everyone who are joining, and wish you all best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Arpon, for sharing and giving us a notion about what BYC is and what it aims to do. Now, I'd like to ask our Joint Secretary of BYC, Rajan Malik, to share his words.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much, Shreya, for giving me the floor. Hello, everyone. This is Rajan Malik. I am the Joint Secretary and the co-founder of Bangladesh Youth Association for Cancer Awareness. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who are joining in the live session for now in the first ever International Cancer Summit of Bangladesh Youth Association for Cancer Awareness. We are on the verge of changing the vision of every people out there, not only in Bangladesh, but also in international countries, also in every countries like today, like Nepal, in India, Egypt, Pakistan, and etc. And also to inspire all those cancer fighters out there who are still fighting with cancer and change their vision of seeing cancer in a different way. So I would like to request all of you to comment down your best questions in the comment box for our guests, and I hope our guests will try their best to answer those questions. So I will be attending the whole live session in the backstage, like displaying your best questions to the screen. So try your level best and best of luck, everyone. That's all from me. I thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rajan. Now, I'd like to request our Vice President and co-founder, Mohammad Muinuddin, to say some words about this summit.
So I hope that I am audible. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and a very good evening to all the viewers. And I humbly thank our honorable guests for being here. I am Muhammad Moinuddin. I'm the co-founder and vice president of Bangladesh Youth Association for Cancer Awareness. BYACA was initially created to raise cancer awareness and about cancers, different types of cancers among the people of our country. But the thing is, cancer is not disease bounded by the border of Bangladesh. It is spread across the world. So this is a problem where the world community needs to get together. Regarding cancer, there are lots of technologies, innovations, survivors, tips, tricks, whatever we say. There are lots of advices regarding this, and this should not be held within a single nation or a single place. So the main aim of the Bangladesh Youth Association Cancer Awareness International Summit is to share these views, these like healthcare tips, these technologies, and the views of our honorable guests from different countries to share in this case, so that our viewers, the patients who are watching this, and those who are watching this live for the intention of having awareness, this will be very fruitful to them. And I'm hoping that all of you will enjoy a very nice live, and I am hopeful that we will have a successful event. And I humbly thank all the members of our institution, of our organization, for helping us to get this event up to this stage. And I'm hopeful that we will have a very good evening. Thank you so much, Shreya, for giving me the floor.
Thank you, Moin. You have been quite clear about what was the reasons behind arranging this summit. And so thank you once again for that. And now let's hear from the Administrative Associate of National and International Affiliations Department of BYACA and see what she has to say about this.
Hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Firstly, good evening to everyone, and thank you, Ms. Shreya Vishwas, to give me the floor or give me the floor. So, our National and International Affiliation Department is formed recently, which has arranged a lot of live programs with renowned doctors of our country. Now we are organizing this International Cancer Summit. We are spreading our community officially through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and other social medias. We have been able to send our message to 500,000 people. Already we have created awareness regarding cancer in our country as far as possible, either by social networks or by field events. Now we have taken a decision to put this step a bit ahead. That's why we have come up with this event to expand upon the awareness campaign to a bit further to international level. Hopefully, we will be able to create an impact in international level as we did in our national initiative. Thank you everyone for joining the live.
Thank you, Anindita. The four main core members of BYCA have given a clear idea about BYCA as well as why this summit has been arranged. Now let's say goodbye to the main core members and please stay tuned with us. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreya. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much
Goodbye.
for that.
Now, coming to the main part, we have four distinguished personalities from four notable countries, namely India, Pakistan, Egypt, and Nepal, and they are amongst us right now. Those who are with us right now are highly qualified and possess vast knowledge and experience in this field of oncology. I hope that all of us will walk away from this summit with a better understanding on cancer and different issues related to cancer. Now, with a joyous heart, may I invite our first honorable guest, Mrs. Shushmita Mitra ma'am, Director of Special Projects of Cancer Patient Aid Association, India. Good evening,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you.
So happy
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Hope you're doing great, ma'am.
Yes, yes, very well. And thank you for inviting us. And
Thank you, ma'am.
it is a very good gesture and very good planning to have everybody together, which is you can spread your views, and that really helps, of course.
Thank you, ma'am. We are grateful to have you here as well. Now, I'd like to request the pleasure of the company of our next honorable guest, Ms. Doa Mohammed, ma'am, medical physicist in radiotherapy unit at Egyptian Syndicate of Scientific Professions, Egypt. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, I am Ba'a Muhammad.
So happy to have you here, ma'am.
I have topic in radiotherapy.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Radiotherapy has developed a lot in Egypt. The modern conformal radiotherapy techniques,
Doa,
such
ma'am
as
might be having some network issues.
what?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now have the privilege to welcome our next honorable guest, Mr. Rohit Kadir sir, Assistant Operations of SBS, Zabist Biosciences Society, Pakistan. Sir, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Am I? Can you please confirm? Am I audible to you? Hello. How are you doing?
Yes, sir, you are. Yes, very well. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sparing your precious time for joining us here.
Thank you so much for giving us opportunity. And on the behalf of Zabis Biosciences Society, I would like to thank you all for inviting us.
Pleasure is all ours, sir. Last but not the least, I'm thrilled to invite our last guest from Nepal, Ms. Pooja Khanal, President of Asian Human Women University Social Service Club. Hello, ma'am.
Hello everyone. I hope you are doing well, and I am so pleased to meet you all today. Thank you for giving me this platform to share the knowledge that I have with the cancer. Thank you.
The feeling is mutual, ma'am. We are so happy to have you here. With due respect, I welcome you all wholeheartedly to the first Cancer Summit of BYACA. Today, we have joined here both physically and virtually, and BYCA is extremely thankful to everyone who are accompanying us right now in this new normal phase of life in this pandemic. Today, the topic of our discussions will center around different cancer related issues, then the juxtaposition of our respective countries, and different issues related to cancer awareness. Unfortunately, one of our honorable guests, Ms. Tasmia Tahmid ma'am, who was supposed to join us from UK, is unable to join us. Is unable to join us right now because of some personal limitations and some emergencies, and we're really sorry for that. But I have no doubt that with the participation of our honorable guests, we are going to have a worthwhile experience. Now, without any delay, I'd like to commence our discussion with this first topic. We all know that in this pandemic, everything around us is in shambles. It's affecting every sectors of people's life, and the condition of almost every country is hanging on by a thin thread. And my honorable guest, I'd like you to reflect the cancer condition of your respective countries and how much it is being affected by this present pandemic situation. Let's start with Sushmita ma'am.
You want me to explain about the cancer condition in India? It is, there are 1.4 million new cancer cases have been diagnosed every year, and only a very small percentage are going for treatment. But as you know, inside, still we are to reach around to get them to the treatment center. And being no cancer insurance existing like the Western countries, it has been difficult. But and also poverty, stigma, superstition, that is also a big issue which is coming in the way for the treatment. But I must say it has been increased, the number of hospitals which has increased. Tata Hospital in Mumbai is the pioneer and specialized hospital for cancer. So they have started with the National Cancer Grid, which is connecting all the big cancer centers and helping and coordinating each other for the treatment and the standard treatment and standard looking after the patient. So things are happening now very well. Now we have a cancer center. India is a big country. So throughout India, from north to south and west to east, now the cancer centers are coming up so that people don't have to travel to Mumbai to Tata for the treatment. Mostly all the metro cities have good cancer centers. And also another thing is happening is, trained doctors from Tata, they have been starting treatment in the smaller area, not metro cities, but
That's really good.
yes. So what is happening is the local people are getting the advantage of being treated rather than coming all the way. See, if they come all the way, they spend money, they spend effort, and also the money they are going to spend for boarding and lodging here, that can be utilized for the treatment. So this is the more or less the current scenario. And pandemic, yes, it was difficult, especially I think the second wave. First wave, it was more or less going away, going all right. But with the second wave, most of the hospital had to close down their OPDs, cancer OPDs. They were concentrating on COVID cases. Of course, emergencies were always open. So they have started a helpline on the telephone. So if there is, little an emergency, patients can always call up and take the guidance. Because the point is, patients, if they don't start the treatment, they are afraid that the disease will progress. And if they come out, then again they are vulnerable for the COVID. So it was a very difficult situation, but more or less, I think we are through now with the better condition now. All the OPDs have started normal, outpatient departments have started functioning, and things are better. Hopefully, the third wave will not come, so we can continue like this. So this is the situation with the COVID and India, of course.
Thank you, ma'am. It's so refreshing to hear that even in all these limitations, India is taking such progressive initiatives to overcome them. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us the condition of India. Now I'd like to move on to Rohib Kadir sir and ask him to share about the condition of cancer patients in Pakistan.
Well, indeed, in Pakistan, the situation is really worse as the other countries are. The country whose population is 220 millions. The rate of cancer prevalence for the last 5 years is, I think, it has been increased by 0.14% per person, and which is really very alarming for us. And since the Pakistan lacks its national cancer registry, but I would love to share a report is given mm, that is published by WHO, that the number of new cases in the Pakistan were 0.17 million. Uh, that the 0.17 million in 2020 was reported, and in a population who having 220 million, and cases are coming out as 0.17 million is really really alarming worse. Whereas we are really, really hopeful because the rate of the survival is 34.3 percentage, which is definitely a very positive one. But I would share the ratio of male and the female is remain closely fixed, but the number of female patients is more. But yet Pakistan is positive and very hopeful, as the situation of the cancer in the Pakistan will inshallah better soon, as we are using very much efficient technologies, and our hospitals are working very well. Like one of the most renowned hospital is Shaukat Khan Memorable Hospital, which is completely treating the patients free of cost. And I think we are looking forward that soon the Pakistan will report it the low number of the cancer cases.
That too, that with the invention of different high-tech machineries and different technologies, and with the development of diagnosis and the treatment, Pakistan will improve its way to handling the cancer patient. Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to move on to Ms. Dua ma'am and urge her to say a few words about the cancer condition in Egypt.
Yes, a cancer rates are expected to increase 3 times the current by 2050, according to the National Plan for Cancer Control 2017 at 2020, which was prepared by National Cancer
Hello, ma'am.
Community as the Ministry of the Health. The National Cancer Control Plan confirmed that the current rate are 100,000 inhabitants. The plan has
Ma'am,
also
hello.
identified factors that lead to develop cancer cells, which are smoking, unhealthy diet, and physical inactivity, and consuming alcohol. The aim of this plan to expand the national cancer and the cancer risk. According to the World Health Organization, cancer is the second leading cause of death. A cancer treatment method.
Ma'am, I would request you to please keep your mic closed because you're not clearly audible. Can you please keep your mic close to your mouth because you are not clearly audible? Hello, ma'am. I think Dua ma'am might be having some network issues. So I now move on to our next honorable guest, Miss Pooja Khanal, and ask her to say a few words about the cancer condition in Nepal.
Thank you, Miss Shreya, for giving me the platform for like highlighting the situation of cancer in Nepal. So, according to my knowledge and the research that I have done as being a student of public health and psychology student, so what I have got is like cancer is one of the burden and a problem in Nepal. Cancer, Nepal being a poor and a developing country with the with the very low income budget, with the low medium family size and everything, especially for the poor family, it has been a burden in our country. So when Ma'am Susmita was highlighting the situation in India, I was just imagining the condition in Nepal when, uh, according to me and the knowledge that I have analyzed within myself and with the family around me and the relatives. So, whenever there is a cancer related problem in Nepal or around me, so basically many peoples in Nepal, like, they rely on abroad or the other countries, like, as Nepal, having said that, has only two hospitals who which works for cancer related problems. And like, there are a lot of trust issues when there are less number of hospitals in somewhere. So
Yes,
I
it's true.
personally think, like, in Nepal, because of that issue, uh, many people don't trust the hospitals over here, and that's why they move to abroad for their treatments, which cost a lot, especially in terms of treatments or like medicals uh, issues and everything. So uh, and I personally think, like, people in Nepal, like the organizations in Nepal especially, they are very less focused on these terms. However, there are a lot, like, a lot of organization which are working in the field, but like, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure, like, either they have worked a lot to to facilitate people, especially the patients related to this medical treatment and everything. And especially during the COVID, I guess, uh, like, COVID is like a viral disease. At the same time, it affects a lot of people mentally. And when it comes to cancer, for example, if you know, like, there's a cancer within a people, and then, like, it affects more mentally than physically, I believe, because when you think like you have a cancer, and then it affects a lot mentally, like, in a family, or like personally or psychologically, and also in anything, for example, academics and everything. And I guess with all these issues and problems, it is affecting a lot in Nepal, and has been a burden due to the less focus which has not been given in this sector, especially cancer, which is why many people move to abroad for this treatment and everything.
I think Miss Pooja is having some network issues. Pooja ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, that was all about it, I guess. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. Since you were talking about the treatments, I thought that why not ask about the relevant questions related to it. I'm curious to know that what are the other alternatives of cancer treatment besides chemotherapy, and what are the long-term side effects of it?
Okay. Are you asking me?
Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chemotherapy, the treatment, regarding treatment, the doctor has to decide depending on the prognosis. After the surgery, whether the patient will require chemotherapy or not, that depends on the, grade of cancer and how much it has spread. That is singly the decision of the doctor. But yes, chemotherapy is a probable treatment, and now chemotherapy has also progressed so much, and very sophisticated, and even the side effects are less. So there are different measures have been taken so that the side effects are not as much, and the side effects normally last till the chemotherapy is going on. Afterwards, side effects are all going. But yes, there are few unfortunate cases. The side effects does remain to some kind of inconvenience in the body. But alternative means, we always say that alternative therapy, if you're talking about, we always say that it's always better to have the, minimum required allopathic treatment. Then one can go for homeopathy or any alternative treatment to keep the, health all right. But chemotherapy is one of the essential treatment, chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So, but that has really improved now. They are much more sophisticated, and that help the patient to get better. For example, surgery probably takes care about 40%, and then the chemotherapy another 30-40%, and then if it is required, doctors go for radiation treatment also. But this is cannot be generalized, because cancer itself is a very customized disease. You cannot generalize anything. Like for many other you know uh, difficult difficult diseases, there is a line of treatment. But cancer, the line of treatment differs from each and every cancer and each and every person's. uh, so some person required, if it is a very early stage, then doctor probably they don't feel that patient doesn't need any more treatment, but they have to come back for the checkups regularly. So that again you cannot generalize, and it depends completely on the doctor, whatever doctor diagnosis doctor gives them.
Okay, ma'am. I'd like to know about what lifestyle changes a healthy person should make to steer clear of cancer, or similarly, what kind of lifestyle changes an already affected person should make, uh, like during and after the treatment.
uh, if you
I
can
would
say,
urge all my honorable guests to engage in this discussion.
yeah, yeah, of course. See, if you are talking about a healthy individual, what kind of measures they should be taking to avoid cancer? First of all, cancer is a sporadic disease. We really don't know that what causes cancer, except there are three cancers which is infection driven. And of course, like tobacco takes almost 75% of our oral cancer is due to tobacco. So otherwise, what measure can be taken is one needs to have a healthy diet, exercise, weight control, and there's a study which has come up that if somebody, have a healthy diet, have a healthy weight, and also like not a sedentary lifestyle, that helps them to fight against cancer, so that the health needs to be all right. This is one thing for the healthy individuals who have not got cancer. And of course, the patients who are going through chemotherapy and everything definitely need a proper diet, definitely need some kind of activity, as much as possible. And actually speaking, after cancer, there are many people, many patients come and tell us, the lifestyle becomes much more regimental, much more healthier, because you have to have food on time, you have to have a proper sleep, you have to have a proper exercise. So that improves the lifestyle also for the cancer patients.
Well, I
Thank
would.
you, ma'am. You have been, yes, sir, please.
Okay, so I was saying that there is no any specific drug that can treat the cancer, but yet I believe that prevention is always better than a cure. Okay, so yes, we all should follow a well balanced diet, and that can reduce the chances of developing the cancer. Where I think what regarding the cancer, so we should always intake and consume some antioxidant food. Food is the best, and the source of taking antioxidant is like meat, fishes, nuts, and the uh, whole grain. And I would love to share that till now the research is going on, and the researchers are recommended that the lemon is the best anti-cancer, and I would suggest that every person must take it at least twice a day. But the person should be involved in some kind of physical activities, such as some sort of the workout exercise, or if the person would love the gymming, so he must go for the gymming. And surely it can decrease the side effects, as well as surely it can decrease the side effects of the anti-cancer treatment if a person is affected by a cancer, or its treatment is in the progress, but yet it can be a best recovery or rehabilitation of the person if the person is under the chemotherapy or the radiation therapy, or person is under the surgery. As being a researcher, I would love to share some research indexes, and that the breast
Yes, sir.
for a patient that having the breast cancer or prostate cancer survival, so associate prostate cancer survival, the exercise, if the person is doing continuously some sort of physical activity like exercise, walking, or some, even the meditation, so their cancer mortality rate is definitely going to be decreases. And the can if if a person who are suffering from the breast cancer, if the person walk at least 3 hours a day, so I think 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day, or like uh, so the mortality rate of the cancer, or the person having the threats of the death or at the risk of the death, is definitely decreases. And along with that, the person who is affected from the cancer, having the state of anxiety. So what I believe, that the person should also follow the meditation or music therapy or other relaxing techniques, that that he could feel free from the threatening thoughts. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir. Miss Dua ma'am or Miss Pooja ma'am, would you like to add something to it?
May I?
Sure, ma'am.
So, uh, while Susmita ma'am and Rahib sir were describing about the treatment methods and the surgery that a cancer patient goes through, and I being again a public health student, what we have been teach is like prevention is better than cure. So whether this is we can't deny the cancer which is from genetic, okay. So if it is apart from that, I guess if we adopt a healthy lifestyle uh, and do the exercises and everything with a proper physical fitness, I believe there is a chance for less uh, you know to have to go through less pain at that a cancer patient goes through, which we have been seeing like we have been seeing like a patient who is suffering from cancer has to go from a lot of stages, and if the person adopts such kind of lifestyles, I believe it will help to some extent for sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our honorable guests have been so informative about what are the do's, we should be doing to steer clear of cancer. And the summarized idea we get from this is that we have to maintain a disciplined life. We should always be physical about different things, like we should do our exercises and also and maintain a healthy diet. And obviously better safe than sorry, so we always have to uh, go to the path of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, so that we from the beginning we stay away from being attacked by any sort of fatal diseases.
I
Now
just want to add
Ms.
one
Dua
thing.
ma'am.
I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
want to add
Sure.
something, that, as I said, the cancer is sporadic. So, what we have to do, what is the way to prevent it? You cannot prevent it except cervical cancer. No cancer can be prevented. Of course, you can take a healthy lifestyle and no tobacco, so the chances would be less. But every individual should be on their guard. They have to know their own body. If there is any problem, starts, they should be getting it checked, and it is very important, so that even if there is a cancer coming up in the body, that will be diagnosed at an early stage and the proper treatment can take place. The bad prognosis, one of the main reason is that people reach doctor very late. That is why an early detection camps are very, very, very important for the healthy individuals. So awareness is important, and also the early detection camps of the healthy individual, so that if there is something that can come in front, it's very, very important from the NGO part. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Which means that we have to be aware of any sort of abnormal changes of our body, and we should take actions early so that through early
Right.
diagnosis we can overcome the fatal part
Right.
of cancer.
Yep.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let us move on to the next topic of our discussion. Um, as we all know that the costing of cancer is sky high in nearly most of the countries, and so is there any sort of alternative way or any sort of way that uh, in the government or the medical side should take to reduce the financial expenses of cancer?
Yeah. Uh, because what about the other speakers if I keep on talking? Actually,
Obviously.
actually, there is no medical insurance like Western countries, of course. But for India, I can say there are schemes, like central government has a scheme for lower income group, or the below poverty level group. So they get some amount in a year. So that supports, and each and every state has their own schemes. So a poor patient, they get little bit support from the central government, little bit support from the state government, and also there are NGOs and trusts who are helping the patients for the treatment. For our cancer patients organization, we do help the Mumbai patient with the medicines, and also rations, protein supplement. We try to help the patients, of course. And recently we have started helping the outstation patients also, of course a limited amount. So how much ever possible, so all the NGOs, they come forward and in their, as per their capability, they do help out. And that's how the treatment goes. There is no cancer insurance per se, but yes, there are some insurance companies have started with the cancer insurance, but that is uh, it is out of bound for the financially poor group of patients. So for the middle class, high middle class, it is available if they pay a proper premium. There are insurance schemes which has come up recently.
Well,
Thank you, ma'am.
what we could, okay,
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
so well, what,
Yes, sir. Please continue.
okay, all right. So I was saying what we could do is just to donate something. I think if our one penny or $1 or 1 rupee can save one life, so it's better to donate it. So in Pakistan, there are many organizations and fundraising organizations which are non-governmental are working for raising the funds for the cancer patients who could not afford a huge amount for the treatment of the cancer. And even in Pakistan, there are the many hospitals that are completely free, that do not charge a single penny from the patients who are coming for there for the treatment. And yes. What we could do the donation. Along with the donation, we could do the awareness campaigns among the poor, that how that if they are even affected from the cancer, and it would be easy for them approach these fundraising organization as well as the free of the cancer treatment hospitals.
Thank you, sir. Miss Dua, ma'am, would you like to add something to it? Dua, ma'am,
Okay. Yeah.
can you please add what are the support systems which are available in your country to back up the patients financially?
And I recommended to all countries of the world to use the most advanced technique, hadron therapy and radioimmunotherapy with a little risk.
Miss Dua, ma'am.
Um, البروتون beam is preferred in case of tumor culture.
I
In the
think the
EU, we would
okay, ma'am.
like to make people aware of the dangers of cancer and maintain our health and the health of children and eat healthy food. Many thanks to all.
I'm really sorry, but I think that the network issues where Dua ma'am is quite persistent. Um, so can I please move on to Miss Pooja Khanal and ask her to say something on this about how
Uh,
her country
in
backs up the cancer patients
Nepal,
financially?
so
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so in Nepal, so as per my research and the availability of hospitals, um, I I think there are no insurance systems for the patients of uh, cancers, but here, apart from the hospitals and the medical systems in Nepal, NGOs and INGOs are playing a vital role. Uh, NGOs like Nepal Cancer Society and others are highlighting the problems that cancer patient goes through and uh, collecting funds for them, which helps in medications and the treatments, especially, and which is how they are trying to solve the problem of a particular specific cancer patients in Nepal. However, uh, like however they might not be solving the problem like totally, but they are contributing, which is a great thing, I guess. Thank you.
Yes, obviously. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, our honorable guest, for giving us input on about how the cancer patients are backed up economically in your countries. Now, I'd like to move on to our next topic of our discussion. It's that there is a stigma in our society that cancer straight leads to death. It's true that in the previous times there was a good reason behind to believe such because the diagnosis and the treatment were not as advanced as the present. But right now, how much does the development of the diagnosis and the treatment of cancer um, assures us that it's not the case and or makes people comes out of that stigma that cancer actually doesn't straight lead to death. Better diagnosis and better treatment facilities are still available. How much does it assure us?
Uh, Actually, there are two things which comes up. Yes, the diagnosis is really good now. It's much more sophisticated and it has improved, of course. But the prognosis become bad because the patients reach the doctor very late. So that's one reason. Like breast cancer, the in the West, it is more than 90% cure rate, whereas in our country it is only 40% because the patients reach doctor very late. Now, secondly, you're talking about stigma. Yes, that's a big, big barrier. And actually, the number one is the diagnosis stigma. When the diagnosis, people don't go to the doctor because of the stigma and the fear that if cancer has been detected. And there's an image
Yes.
which has been made that cancer means death. But nowadays, cancer doesn't mean death because there are good treatment. People are doing very well for many years. And also, as the days by, there are new treatments are coming up. More sophisticated treatments are coming up. Targeted treatments are coming up, which is really making the scenario very, very, successful. So yes, the stigma needs to be dealt with. This is stigma is diagnosis. The second stigma is for the treatment. Like for example, chemotherapy. The main stigma is one loses hair, which is medically least important. But people have that thought that okay, if I go for chemotherapy, I lose my hair. But though one get back the hair after the chemotherapy, of course. So stigma is a big barrier for everything. Number one is diagnosis, number two, stigma during the treatment, and finally, stigma after the cancer treatment is over. After the cancer treatment is over, when the patient goes back to the society, uh, there is a stigma, of course. One doesn't know how to behave. That's a very difficult time. The patients have a difficult time to get back to the normal stream of life. That needs to be dealt with, and I think the only you know uh, only thing which we can do is it is the awareness, of course, and spreading awareness, and take the important, and of course over there with the personal counseling also makes so much difference, of course, for the patients. So like we have many patients, they are coming up one to one, we have counseling even after the treatment, they have many questions. And also we have a group of volunteers, they are going in different hospitals to speak to the patients while the treatment is going on, because there are many questions which comes up which always are nearly not for doctors, but there are many personal questions, many fear which comes in, and the most important thing is the patients needs to talk about them. So that as a third person is a best person whom they can talk about their worries, their difficulties, so they unburden themselves. That also helps. And yeah, it is a big barrier. And also, not only patients, even the caregivers is to be taken care of, because the patients and the caregivers both are equally actually affected. So psycho-oncology, which has been recognized now, which deals with the psychological aspect of the patients and the caregiver, actually it has been considered one of the parameters of good health, so which also needs to be taken care of. And yes, that's how only it's a holistic support which is very, very important for cancer patients.
Yes, ma'am. As you have said, cancer doesn't only affect a person physically, it's also about a patient's mental health, how the patient is handling the situation and how she is gonna overcome it. And fear plays the most bigger role in it. And most of the cases, it's seen that people fail to let go of their fear, and the symptoms which they are noticing in their body, like goes beyond control, and the thing that could have been controlled earlier if diagnosed obviously prior, then yes, yeah, a person could overcome that, going through all that dangerous situation of cancer. So the words I like to underscore from ma'am's speech is that we have to let go of our inner fear. We have to understand what changes are happening in our body, and we have to be aware about it, take actions about it, just not wait and wait for the fear of facing different sort of unknown things. So besides awareness, also letting go of the fear is one of the most important things a person should be concerned about. Uh, Sir, would you like to
Yes,
add something?
yes, I want to add something. That yes, we should need some awareness campaigns and some counseling even at community level. So our the people who are the common are the who are the poor enough, they don't understand what is the cancer actually is, and what are the symptoms that appear while someone are having the cancer. As ma'am Samita earlier said, that the people reach late reach late to the hospitals because they doesn't even know what are the actually symptoms for. So yes, we should make some sort of the awareness campaigns, general awareness campaigns for the community and through the different platforms. Uh, but now moving to your question, yes, medical science has made enormous progress till now, and we till now and disregarded that stigma that cancer is a lethal disease. But researchers are now being working even on the herbs, you know uh, that has very much potential to cure the cancer. As well as dietitians are also working and recommend such cancer-free diets to the people which are having the rich quantity of vitamins like vitamin A, C, and E. Even beta carotene is also effectively beta carotene and the zinc is also effectively working to stop the growth of the cancer cells, and these are also working as the antioxidant. And I am much hopeful that this stigma will be the baseless in the next 15 to 10 years, or might it take long, but it will be one day will be baseless, definitely.
We hope so too, sir. Um, Miss Pooja, Miss Pooja, ma'am, would you like to say something to address the mental condition a patient goes through during and after the treatment of cancer, or how
As
patients should handle it?
Susmita
Miss Smita
ma'am
ma'am has,
and
yes,
sir
yes.
has like highlighted the stigmas in the societies and everything. So what I want to say is like
One
when
PHO.
a patient suffers from cancer, first what they should do is when there is a physical changes in their
Net
body
one PHO.
and they get to know about like there is some uh,
Lady,
you know
वो
like
disconnect होती है
uh, something else is happening in their body, so they should first
हाँ
do
एक
is like
लैपटॉप
consult the
नहीं
doctor
हाँ लैपटॉप
and
कनेक्ट
get
रहला
the
करिए
precautions
इसलिए
from there. So like what next can be done is like even though they got to know about the that they have a cancer, so many people lose the hope that they won't be survive. So they shouldn't do, I mean like they should like motivate themselves, or like families around them, they should motivate themselves and stay positive. I according to the research that I have done, what I have found is like this: the persons and I mean especially the patients who have been through the cancer stages. So if the patients have been motivated by their colleagues or the families and everything, they have a chance to live more. I mean, like there is no chance like they will die ultimately, but there is a chance to live more. That is what would I would like to say, and I I believe if we stay positive and if we are hopeful and motivate ourselves to live more and enjoy our life that we got, this is what we can do. And treatment is, yeah, there is a chance, there's a lot of chance when we go through treatment, there is a lot of chance to uh, live more. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Dua, ma'am? Miss Dua, ma'am, would you like to say something about it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The situation in Egypt is not reassuring, so we are exhausting in our energy to fight the cancer. There are many types of the cancer and many treatments in Egypt. Carcinoma of the breast is the most prevalent cancer among Egyptian women. The treatment radiotherapy, the higher the dose, the higher the risk. The EMF radiotherapy delivers most of the dose to the tumor while sparing the surrounding normal tissue. IMRT allows a higher radiation doses to be focused on the tumor while minimizing the dose to surround the normal critical structure. IGRC uses imaging during radiation therapy to improve and the accuracy of treatment delivery. Hadron therapy is a new type of radiotherapy based on destroyed tumor cells by irradiating them with particle beam. Hadron therapy uses hydrogen ions, protons, or carbon ions, and the proton beam no excited dose. Recently, hadron therapy is combined with immunoradiotherapy to treat metastatic tumors.
Thank you, ma'am. Um, Miss Shushmita, ma'am, I'd like to ask something about you. To you, sorry. um, the patients who have already recovered from cancer have that fear that cancer is going to, uh, like, they're going to fall victim to it again. How much, the recurrence of cancer, what does it depend on? Like, what's the probability of actually the recurrence of cancer?
Nobody knows. You see, a person
That's
can have a
predictable.
relapse within 1 year. Person can have a relapse after 20 years. A person can have, as I said, that cancer is a very, very, individualistic disease. It doesn't fall. You cannot make the cancer fall in a particular pattern. If, if a metastasis to happen, might be the cancer cells must have gone and sat in another part of the body, but immediately it does not come alive. It remains dormant for years, and with some trigger it comes out. So the fear is of course always there, and one needs to talk to the cancer patient to understand, to take it in the stride. See, there are many difficult disease, like for example, kidney disease, which is you have to keep on doing dialysis. If the kidneys are bad, you cannot help it. But cancer, so far as people are doing well, that's absolutely all right. The most important message, take home message is for the cancer patient, those who have completed treatment, doing well, must continue the periodic checkup as per the instruction of the doctor. Sometime doctor initially they want the checkup after 3 months, then 6 months, then 1 year, then once in 2 years. They should be following that, of course. And a proper lifestyle. The fear is of course there, like you cannot help it. But then again, some people, we had a colleague who had a relapse after 20 years. So when we were doing a survey, it said, "How do you feel?" He said, "I forgot that I had cancer." Unfortunately, she had a recurrence after 20, 21 years. So it is a mixed situation, rather. But the fear needs to be tackled, and the counseling needs to be done. If it is that bad, one would need a counseling. And if it is really bad, one should go for a professional counseling also. I think that's the only way.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, and this unpredictability of cancer, I think, is the most scary thing about it. But still, we have to move on from this fear and actually look after our body, be aware about it, the changes we are facing, and actually take action about it. And the thing that ma'am said, counseling, we have to consult with someone about the changes we are having on our body and actually move forward to diagnose it, not just we just talk and say it, not like that. We actually have to take some action regarding it. And the most important thing, we just have to take care and look after our body, the changes it faces, and so on. Now, ma'am, we are nearing the end, so we have to take some questions from the viewers. But
Sure.
before that, I would just like ask all our honorable guests to highlight some important matters of our cancer awareness, um, and to aware our viewers about it. What would you like to say as a final note?
Actually, for the NGOs, I would say that the most important factor is the early detection and the awareness. Very, very important. And for individual, I would say, as you had only said everything what I was supposed to be saying, that take care of yourself, know your body, be on your guard. See, when we cross the road, we see if there are car coming from both the sides. We take care of ourselves. We are on our guard. Similarly, in our life, we should be on our guard in any kinds of physical changes. If at all happens, go to the doctor, and if at all it is diagnosed, start the treatment as soon as possible without getting delayed. And things does work out. I'm telling you, we have seen the terrible situation, unthinkable situation, with no money, no support, they do well, because cancer treatments are good nowadays, and doctors, oncologists, they go out of their way to help. That is also one thing. This is one take home message for individuals, healthy individuals. And for the patients and caregivers, I would say, you have to take it in your stride and go ahead and do the treatment, and you are going to be a winner. And for the NGOs, of course, the most important thing is spread of awareness, talk about stigma, and also early detection of healthy individuals. You make a camp, like for us, we have in the camp, or we have a clinic also, we check for the four main cancer, the breast, cervical, oral, and prostate, which are in India. These are the main, most, cancer incidents are happening out of this, like cancers. And also the breast cancer is very, very important. Early detection, even the personal checkup, healthy, that is also very, very important.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, Ma'am Samita has covered all the important points very well. But in the last message, I would love to say that to the entire world through your platform, that please follow a healthy diet and lead a healthy lifestyle. So stop eating from now junk food and whatever you are junk food and heavy
Oily
masala
food.
things are the spicy
Red
oily
meat,
food,
red
spicy
meat,
foods. So yes, stop eating this and please follow a healthy
Healthy
lifestyle.
diet.
Along with that, do some kind of physical activity, either it's walking or some sort of relaxing exercise. If you are the gym lover, so please go to the gym. And along with that, you can do the yoga and the meditation as well. And for the people and for the NGOs who are watching this session, please arrange some sort of community-based campaigns for the peoples who don't have any kind of the awareness about the cancer symptoms, and what one should do if the cancer is being diagnosed. So the NGOs should do this, and please spread the today's information that you have get from the session to the others, and please don't keep it to just yourself. Please spread it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Before we move to Pooja ma'am, I think we should take this question. Um, uh, it says somebody please tell that cancer
It's
will
written.
attack
No.
attack again to the cancer patients after a fixed duration. It is true?
As I said, there's no fixed duration after which cancer comes back. Cancer may not come back at all. Nobody can predict when it's going to come back or if it is going to come back again or not. So that again different. But if it is come back, why do we fear now? We have to live the way we live in our life rather than worrying about if it comes then what happens. When if it comes it will come, and then the treatment is going to happen. So there is no fixed duration after which cancer is supposed to be coming back.
Okay, ma'am, thanks. There's another question. How far has science progressed to develop a medicine for cancer like that of a medicine of fever?
Science have discovered many medicines which is actually helping cancer patients to get rid of the disease from the body, but not like fever, like you take a paracetamol and you get all right. That is a little difficult, of
It's
course.
some sort of hormonal pills, right? I guess. If you're talking, Ma'am Savita, if you're talking about the hormonal pills, so science has been made some sort of the medicines like
Of
hormonal
course,
pills till
yeah.
date. Yes.
Are there any other questions? I guess not. Um, oh, there's one. I'd like to know at present where the treatment of peritoneal cancer is developed. I'm asking this because the oncologist has already given up on the patient. Is there no further treatment for the patient who is already at fourth stage? I really like to have some helpful suggestion on it as it's a rare cancer and the oncologist has rejected to give any further meds.
Okay, I'll take them. you know
Alright.
uh, when the treatment starts, then oncologists try to cure the disease, right? But a stage comes when the disease cannot be cured. So, as the person said, it's in the fourth stage, doctor says, then we call it a palliative situation. In palliative situation, patient doesn't die immediately. They can continue to live in the palliative stage, the total look after for a healthy lifestyle, for a better lifestyle to take care of the symptoms that needs to be done. And yes, what happened if outstation doctor says that nothing can be done, uh, you know you can go back to where you have come, spend time. I think that's another completely different management of the patients during palliative time. If the doctor says that nothing, that disease cannot be cured, that's fine. That doesn't mean the person will be dying immediately. Person can continue for a long time, but only thing is the lifestyle needs to be taken care of. If required, if there's too much of pain, a palliative chemo or palliative radiation also is been suggested by the doctor. Sometimes it does. And I'm not a medical doctor, so I cannot say the peritoneal cancer if there is anything to be taken. But if there is, doctor says that there is no cure, then they have to continue with a healthy lifestyle. Symptoms needs to be taken care of.
Still, ma'am, you have explained so beautifully, and I hope that the one who asked the question is being beneficial. Rohib Kadir sir, according to the statistics of Pakistan, in which cancer is common among the ladies of Pakistan?
Well, according to the states of the Pakistan, the most common cancer among the females of the Pakistan is unfortunately breast cancer. So this is the reason. That's why the female cases of the cancer are much reported as compared to the male. The second common cancer among the females is the cervical cancer and ovarian cancer, obviously.
Thank you, sir. Hmm. There are many communities who are facing many medical issues, but yet they don't want to pursue health checkup. How can we aware them? How can we help them coming out of the bubble of cultural constraints?
I think the best thing is have an awareness session first, then people come to know the danger. You know, the first have an awareness session and try to make them understand that it is for their good only they should need to be going for a checkup. That way, yes, there are some community issues, but that needs to be worked in consistently. That
Okay, ma'am. The next question is, what are the national drivers in India that are supporting healthcare professionals to produce more reliable and cost-effective treatment, and how educational interventions are being taken in India?
national drivers means, as I mentioned, that there's a national cancer grid has been started to keep constant contact with all the big cancer centers, and education and intervention is definitely it's been happening. Like as I said, that awareness. All the NGOs have started their awareness campaigns. As I mentioned, that we have a network of cancer NGOs which called Cancer Care. So throughout the India, we have 55 members, and each and every member NGO rather, they have been doing awareness. They have been having webinars. They have been trying to educate people, and that is really working out well.
Okay, ma'am. Um, the next question is, brain cancer is considered as the worst cancer. Dua, ma'am, I'd like to know regarding the scopes of its treatment in Egypt. Dua, ma'am. Ma'am, the question is towards you about what treatment are taken to handle the brain cancer in Egypt.
Yes,
Ma'am, will I repeat the question?
repeat the question.
It's about what steps are taken to treat one of the worst type of cancers, which is brain cancer in Egypt.
No, the most advanced technique in Egypt, hadron therapy, proton beam therapy, no excited
I beg your pardon, ma'am. Which therapy?
proton, proton beam enables larger doses of radiation to be used to treat cancer and reducing the damage to
Gamma
healthy
ray,
tissue.
yeah, beam therapy.
Proton therapy enable larger doses of radiation to be used to treat cancer while reducing damage to healthy tissue.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. The next question is for Shushmita, ma'am. From where does the breast cancer come?
Nobody knows where the breast cancer comes. Yes, breast cancer is the number one cancer in India also, and the most important thing is the age come down now from 28 to 40 also. Earlier it used to be the cancer for elderly women, but now it is from 28 years onwards. but we really do not have any reason as per se that why it has happened. There's a combination of lifestyle again, because the women, if you say that the stress level have increased much more compared to earlier days, and the lifestyle, to some extent it comes up. There are many factors we do see, but there is no particular factor I can pinpoint that causes the prevalence. Yes, there is an inherited part or genetic part comes, but that is only 5 to 10%.
So genetic factors actually causes cancer then.
Very, very. There are three, four cancers which can be considered, like breast and ovarian, and which is 5 to 10%, and to some extent colon, and of course retinoblastoma, which is an eye cancer, which is highly genetic. Next sibling has a chance of getting uh, almost 95%. But breast and ovarian cancer has some kind of genetic component, but it's a very, very small percentage.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Um, the next question is the oncologist really isn't responding much on what we should do now. Also, there isn't really better treatment for peritoneal cancer in Bangladesh. The oncologist is totally trying to ignore the patient. We are assuming that wrong treatment has been given to the patient. Should we move the patient abroad?
Um, See, again, that depends on the doctor. If they feel there is something wrong, there is no there is no the fear of going for a second opinion. They can always You can always go for a second opinion with all the reports and everything. I can take a view of another doctor. Now, actually, there is another portal has come up called Navia from Tata Hospital have started with this, an online second opinion. If you upload all the reports, you will get a second opinion within 48 hours. So that is also, I'm sure, it can be approached from Bangladesh also. I can find out from Navia if abroad also, Bangladesh, Pakistan, like neighboring countries, they can also join or not. In India, of course, any parts you can upload your uh, like reports, and there is a charge, and you get the good reports, like all the expert reports, within 48 hours. But I would say that if the doctor, if you have any doubt about the treatment, you can always go for a second opinion. That's the only way.
Okay, ma'am, thanks a lot. Um, Tell us more about the initiative of Shaukat Khanam Foundation for free cancer treatment in Pakistan.
Well, Shaukat Khan Foundation has taken lots of initiative for the pre-cancer treatments in the Pakistan. They have, they have created some sort of awareness campaigns in different cities of the Pakistan, including Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and so on. And they are doing many much. Even they are doing fundraising schemes in the communities, and they are getting the funds from the from the people who can willing to who are willing to donate and who are willing to donate. And along with that, they have created many much sessions in different universities to aware the students regarding the cancer, especially in the breast cancer, which is a prevailing situation in the Pakistan among the females. Along with that, the Shaukat Khanam Foundation along with that, the Shaukat Khanam Foundations are looking for its third franchise in the Karachi, and which is being under constructed. And I think Shaukat Khanam will be the one of the renowned hospital of Pakistan that will be treating many of the patients from the Pakistan.
Thank you, sir.
I hope I answered the question.
Another question for you, sir. Is there any effect of corona vaccines on cancer?
Well, there is no any such effects of corona vaccine on the cancer because vaccines are used to boost our immune system, and cancer is something which is not related to our immunity. So there is no any any effect the corona vaccine on the cancer.
Okay, sir, thank you. How people of Nepal are being aware of lung cancer, as lung cancer is the most common cancer of Nepal. Miss Pooja, ma'am, this for you. Would you like to answer it?
Yeah. So yeah, in Nepal, after the breast cancer, lung cancer is one of the most prevalent uh, disease in Nepal. So uh, I think people in Nepal, like other countries like India and Pakistan, many organizations are playing a vital role in awareing and about the institutional sectors. They are playing a vital role in educating and putting this, including this cancer as a topic in school and college medium, so that people in Nepal can be aware about this uh, topic and can adopt a healthy lifestyles, so that uh, in future they won't be like suffer from such uh, a part of cancers. So like many people's, how I mean, like according to my knowledge, like lung cancers is especially due to like the I mean like smoking cigarettes and everything, smoking cigarettes. And I think uh, in Nepal, people who have been like uh, who have knowledge and who are aware about this topic, are are they know like how to uh, adopt a healthy lifestyle and what are the effects of smoking cigarettes. So this is how I guess people have been aware and educated themselves uh, for this topic, cancer.
Thank you, ma'am. We are nearing the end of the session, so on a final note, Miss Pooja, ma'am, what else would you like to say for the viewers about cancer awareness? Just some final words.
Can you repeat the question, please?
On a final
Final
note,
note.
what would you like to say for the viewers regarding cancer awareness?
All right. So what was yeah? So what was like keeping track into my mind from 1 hour and 29 minutes is like how youths are trying to like aware people about cancer at this point, and how happy I am to see a youth like uh, you and the whole team of BYACA for organizing this youth summit on for awareing people on cancer. And it is so like glad to see people uh, who are working on this field, especially like cancer, and educating people, awareing people. The topic seems very like like when people says cancer is like okay cancer like, and people get scared a lot. But there are a lot of positive sides if we see like the youths who are working on this field, and who are trying to like not totally fix it, but like they are trying to solving a problem of cancer. So I feel really glad to talk among all of you, and uh, the honorable guests who are from India, Pakistan, and Egypt. I really feel so happy and glad to be a part of this youth summit, and I would really thankful to the team of BYACA BYCA to invite me as a guest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are grateful as well to have you all here with us. Um, Ms. Dua, ma'am, would you like to give some final message to the viewers? Dua, ma'am, am I audible? Ma'am, would you like to give some final message to the viewers?
I would like people don't smoking and unhealthy diet and make do many exercise and eat healthy food. And thanks to this who contributed this session and are always used to fight cancer. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'd like to tie a bow on this discussion session by saying thank you to all our honorable guests for sparing your precious time for us and also sharing your deepest knowledge and experience with the viewers on different cancer related topics. We are beyond grateful for that. Thank you again. Um, Now, secondly, I'd like to thank you all the viewers who have been with us from the beginning, and I hope that you all are walking away from this summit um, with a better understanding on cancer and different issues related to cancer. And on a final note, I'd like to address all the cancer patients and the cancer survivors. It's that all you need is to have two things: is that the hope and strength. Hope that it will get better one day, and strength to hold on until it does. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. That's what I'd like to say to you all. Thank you so much to our honorable guests again. I, Shreya Vishwas, would like to bid you goodbye. All of you, please stay safe, stay home, and stay healthy. Good night.
Thank you.
Namaste and Assalamu
Thank you,
alaikum.
everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.